Hey, Joe Zarzaur here. Today I'm going to talk about nursing malpractice. Specifically, is a nurse that works in a hospital covered insurance-wise by the hospital if they're sued for malpractice? The answer is yes. The hospital's policies generally cover the nurse's actions so long as the nurse is in the line and scope of their duties. So some people have asked in prior years, as a nurse, do I need to get my own coverage? The short answer is no if you work in a hospital setting. If you work outside the hospital, perhaps in a private office somewhere, you might want to ask your employer whether or not they carry coverage that covers you for nursing malpractice. But recall, at the end of the day, civil lawyers are not going to the courthouse spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, which it does cost to pursue these cases, in hopes that there's a recovery, right? There has to be somebody there to pay the judgment. If the nurse doesn't have insurance, no lawyer in their right mind is going to pursue a case if there's no insurance policy or there's no substantial corporation behind the nurse that has funds to pay a judgment. A bankrupt nurse does nothing for anybody. Doesn't do anything for our client, doesn't do anything for the nurse. It wastes the court's resources for 2.5, 3 years while you prosecute a case that ends in a judgment that ends up being part of a bankruptcy. No lawyer in their right mind that does this kind of work is going to do that unless there actually is a way to collect against the nurse. So keep that in mind. If you are a nurse and you're working outside of a hospital in a private practice, for instance, and you're concerned about the level of activity that the doctor is asking you to do in regards to the patients that could expose you to some malpractice claims yourself, you might want to ask your employer if they have a policy that covers you and look and see and verify that. Otherwise, if you're in a hospital setting as a nurse, you're more likely than not going to be covered by the hospital's policy. If you have questions about a nursing malpractice case, you can find us on the web at zarzaurlaw.com or you can call us at 855-HIRE-JOE.